If you're researching private trusts, particularly the private common law irrevocable ecclesiastical trust under IRS code 508C1A, then in this video, I want to show you a trail of proof that leads to the path that you've been looking for. Because these waters are murky, and as you start to do your research and see all these different gurus and different things out there, there's a lot of fluff and lack of substance when it comes to actual action taking and actually getting things done and getting into the private. There's a lot of fancy terms and floating around, but very little proof of people actually winning and actually accomplishing results using this trust. And so, in the Bulletproof Retirement community that I founded, we literally have hundreds of people who are actively using private trusts. And these trustees are openly sharing their wisdom in this group for others who are newer to the process. And even for those who are more experienced, they're just sharpening their swords and becoming more skilled at using these private trusts for a wide variety of financial and spiritual tasks that they need done in their life. So we're inside the community right here, and I want to go into the trust wins column and just show, some of these trustees that are openly sharing their wins. So the first post here, John Manjares, opening a business or trust bank account. This thread has 54 comments, and it is a gold mine from people who are getting accounts at all kinds of different banks and sharing exactly how they did it with all the little tips and tricks depending on which bank and which institution they were going to. Kip Traster, he activated his trust recently. Christian French, asking a question about activating his trust, and he ended up doing it correctly. Gene Hemrich, he just got his trust account open at Charles Schwab. Marquetta Spencer is moving forward. Greg Schwartz, he's officially out of the matrix. So he was a W 2 employee, and now he's a 1099 contractor where 100% of his money goes right into his trust and is completely tax exempt. Absolutely incredible. Frank Urena, he's a business owner and he's now studying the trustee handbook. We have Carl Wagner. He was also a W 2 employee. Now money's going right into his trust and completely tax exempt. GA, she's just talking about the ins and outs of cutting those matrix ties after you do your trust, because it's not just signing a document, it's actually doing all these steps after and really fully bringing your estate into the private. And we have just so many more posts of other people who are completing and notarizing their trusts. Many business owners, entrepreneurs, investors. This was another great call where I met with a gathering of over a dozen different trustees in person, and just many amazing things that they're all doing with this financial and spiritual technology. So look, this community is a free resource. You really have nothing to lose by joining, and it's going to shed light on these dark and murky waters for you. So I look forward to seeing many of you inside the community, and for the rest of you, good luck, because it's very tricky navigating out there with the lack of transparency.